Hey everyone, I'm teen writer Noah Barfield, author of that incredible, amazing action fantasy novel Legendland, which is on Amazon now, and I'll be providing a link for it in the description below. Now this is Writer's Corner. Thank you for joining me today, either as a new viewer or a recurring one. Either way, you are fantastic, and I love that you love watching these videos. Also, I'm fantastic, so tell everyone about that. Now, moving on from the fantasticness of this entire situation, Writer's Corner! So, this week in Writer's Corner, I've decided to outline and tackle in my opinion, the three major fears, obstacles, challenges, whatever, that many writers, if not all writers, will eventually stumble across in their writing paths and careers. Now, writers have a lot of challenges and obstacles to overcome, whether that's sitting down and writing the first page of your amazing story, or whether it's character development, story arcs, world building, or just finding the inner strength to wake up in the morning again, because it can be a challenge sometimes, okay? Whatever it is, I feel that most writers will eventually encounter at least one of these next big three. So, in my opinion, number one, procrastination. Procrastination makes its way into the big three because every writer I have ever known in my entire life has encountered procrastination. Also, most people that I know that even aren't writers also deal with procrastination, and procrastination was a soul-sucking experience for me that plagued me most of my life. So, it's just a major thing. But to first know how to beat something, you have to know what it is. So what is procrastination? I'm sure most of you are familiar with it, but a basic summary of it is, you know how you should be writing but you're watching cat videos and looking at memes instead? That's procrastination. Whenever procrastination invokes our fight or flight response, and most of us have wanted to fly at one point in our lives without the aid of planes or something, so why don't we do that instead of fighting, because fighting can hurt. So, how do you overcome procrastination? Well, in my opinion, there are two major tips to overcoming procrastination, in addition to the cure-all, in my opinion, for any writing thing, which is just to sit down and force yourself to writing. Forcing yourself to write, in my opinion, can solve a lot of the problems. While it may not be pretty and it may not feel the greatest at the time, you will eventually overcome whatever obstacle you're having to deal with just by continuing to write. But procrastination specifically, the two big things in my opinion that really help is, for one, to reduce the amount of internet access you have as much as possible. I'm not saying, like, put a lock on your internet. I'm just saying that, you know, even if you watch an inspirational video that is supposed to help you write, 4 hours later you're gonna never have left YouTube. And while it's not a total loss because you now know how to survive the inevitable plant zombie apocalypse, it did not in fact help your writing in the way that you intended for it to do. So if you come across something that is inspirational on the internet, close your browser, get out of there, and get into writing. You know, that thing has inspired you, now run with that and just keep running until you're exhausted. And then maybe you need to go back to the internet for a little break or something. But the thing is to keep a close monitor on yourself and on internet. I keep the internet at arm's length to the best of my abilities while I am writing. It's a fantastic ground to pick up research and inspiration, but once you have what you need, I just get out of there as quickly as possible. Also, the second thing is to reduce the outside distractions, in my opinion, as much as possible. Which means the TV, the outside things around you. I put on headphones and I glue myself to the screen and I just keep writing. Hey, don't bother me. I'm writing. Headphones, eyes glued, not paying any attention to you, go away. I give myself my own noise so other people's noise can't distract me. Reducing the outside distractions as much as possible is a great way to just get yourself in that writing zone and to focus completely on your story without paying any attention to the outside world, as long as you're in a safe location. Because obviously doing this while crossing the street is probably not the best idea, but it's your life. Now, problem, challenge, fear, whatever. Number two is writer's block. And this can lead sometimes directly to procrastination, and procrastination can lead directly to writer's block, so they go kind of hand in hand, and they're an evil dynamic duo that must be stopped. So, writer's block, it's that insurmountable thing that stops you from doing that precious writing thing that you love. It's that unscalable wall that you can just not Climb, no matter how hard you try. Even whenever you're embracing your inner dwarf, you cannot tunnel underneath it because it just keeps going. Whenever you seek your inner assassin to sneak around it, it's just not working. So how do you overcome this? The first step is to realize it's an illusion. Not like how all reality is illusion and everything's a lie. No, not like that. Like, it's literally a hologram that you can just walk right through. Even whenever you think those sentries are going to shoot you and you're running out of lives so you can't make any mistakes, pardon the video game reference, it really is not there. It's a miracle in disguise, if anything. Because a lot of the times, whenever we run out of inspiration, we don't realize that most of the inspiration we have is rehashing old ideas. And writer's block forces us to either think of and have new ideas which further inspire us, or to rehash these old ideas in such a profound and changing metamorphic way that they don't even resemble what they used to be or anything similar. So how do you overcome writer's block if you're having a difficult time understanding that it is in fact an illusion? Well, a change of scenery might help. This is where procrastination kind of plays a role in writer's block, because writer's block cannot just be a lack of inspiration, it can also be an incredible sense of boredom. You want to stab out your eyes. That's okay. This is a natural reaction. Changing scenery around you may in fact help get you out of that writer's block funk that you find yourself in and make you realize, hey, this is just a hologram that I can walk right through on my writing journey. Changing the scene around you can have an immense impact on you, change the freshness and the entire feel of your story. Also, being careful not to indulge in procrastination, but reading your own story to get back into that writing flow, because this might bring up some old ideas that in your new mindset you can actually rehash into new ones that are so amazing that you're like, wow, I can't believe I never thought of this possible combination before. Let's go with that. And then, in fact, you bust through that wall, which is a little less climactic than you thought it would be considering the mirage that it is, but whatever. Also, reading something that has inspired you before, putting on your favorite jam, eating good foods, any of these things that basically get your mind flowing and your body feeling like it can do anything, these are great ways to get yourself excited and get past that writer's block. Now obviously procrastination can really hurt this, but doing your best, keeping that at bay, these can be great ways to get past writer's block. Now, number 3 is rejection. You know how you love your story and you send it in to someone and you hope that they're going to make the world love it as well, and then they tell you it's not good enough. All those emotions that you're feeling, rejection. People get rejected every day. Your stories get rejected every day. It's actually a crucial part of the writing process, in my opinion. For someone to not like your story eventually, it's going to happen, but whenever it does, it's actually a great character building moment for you. Because you love your story, right? It's your baby. And other people probably like your story too that you've shared it with, because who doesn't like babies? So why should you let the validation of someone else be the bar that you set for yourself? They're literally a speck of dust that you can sweep away or annihilate with your super cleaning laser with glorious blazes of destruction! Whatever your preference is. The validation of others is not what is going to decide your future for you. It's your writing talent, your stick-to-itiveness, and the ability to dedicate yourself completely to your craft. These are the things that are going to allow you to push forward, as well as, you know, the specifics of good stories and unique ideas and blah 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 blah. That's not what we're here to focus on. We're here to focus on that you are amazing and that rejection is a natural thing. J.K. Rowling was rejected so many times, but now she's one of the richest women in England. So it has its payoffs. What you have to do is realize that this is everything. This is everything that you've worked for. This is the summation of all that you have wanted to see in a story. You would love to see this on bookshelves. You've been waiting for a story like this your entire life. It is everything. It is all. Why are you going to let someone else tell you that it's not good enough? And if someone tells you that it's not good enough, well, for one, they obviously don't matter and they don't know what they're talking about. 2, they're probably not a good fit for you to begin your writing journey anyway. Helpful critiques are different, but outright rejection is something that, for one, you're going to have to deal with. And the first step is to realize that your story is amazing, you're an amazing writer, and you can get past this and find someone who is going to recognize the value of you and your story. And that's the second part. This probably isn't a good match for you to start your writing journey with, and finding someone who brings out the best part of you in your writing, whether that's a person, a company, an entity, whatever it may be, is probably the way to go. Now, I hope I have at least outlined these 3 major things that I fear all writers are going to come across, and given you some tips on how to overcome them. Now, I told you that Legendland the thing for it would be in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. Also, don't forget to tell everyone you know and people you don't know, and even grand cosmic entities, about me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope this has been helpful. Check back every week for things, so long as, I don't get sucked into a black hole. Thank you for watching. Continue to enjoy.